Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to the channel. My name is Billy and this is Billy X Wrestling. This is my first wrestling reaction. I'm excited to bring this content to you guys. I have been a wrestling fan since the 1990s, so that is a very long time, I know. With my love and fandom for wrestling, I just wanted to do something to give back to it. So, this is going to be a channel where I'm going to react to all different types of wrestling as well as give my thoughts and opinions. And I would love for you guys to join me on this journey. I want to build just a tight-knit, awesome wrestling community with as many of you as possible. With that said, let's go ahead and jump right into this first video. This is Dynamite Dominance, the top 10 AEW World Title wins. I think the title of the video is a little bit misleading, but I think it's just going to be AEW title wins on Dynamite. So let's go ahead and get right into this reaction.
No, Ricky, move! Ricky, get out of the way! Stop! The swerve, stop!
This was a pretty cool moment.
Him. 2, 3!
That was, what, Swerve and Keith Lee, right?
Hey guys, it's Ash here with Watch Mojo, and these are the top 10 AEW Dynamites.
That just looks weird. Ricky Starks like power bombing Brian Cage. That doesn't look like that should happen.
Title wins.
And the belts belong to the Young Bucks!
For this list, we'll be looking at the most iconic moments when titles have changed hands during weekly AEW Dynamite shows.
By the way, the reason why I'm doing AEW Dynamite first is because I'm recording this on the day where just a few hours ago it was announced that AEW is doing its second weekly 2-hour TV show, and I guess there's going to be a hard brand like roster split. So I don't know. We're going to see how that shakes up, but Collision was just announced like a few hours ago for me, probably about like 4 or 5 hours ago. So that's when I'm recording it, and that's the reason why I'm starting off with AEW.
And their special events. Which do you think was the biggest title win? Let us know in those comments below. Number 10, Chris Jericho, ROH World Championship. Whichever
Claudio,
promotion
right?
Jericho finds himself in, it's not long that he'll begin sweeping up the belts. So. After all, he was the inaugural AEW World Champion and held numerous titles in WWE. When AEW bought Ring of Honor, it was only a matter of time for the former Y2J to add another promotion to his collection.
Yeah.
He's won a ton. Holy smokes!
Facing off against the ROH World Champion Claudio Castagnoli in September 2022 for Dynamite's Grand Slam event, Jericho rolled back the clock with a hard-hitting bout.
For the age that Chris Jericho is, he still moves pretty well. No matter what you feel about Jericho, it's still kind of a smart move when you go into like a business endeavor to put, I guess, the world championship on a person that is recognizable and has a can bring in a big draw, right? So there's a lot of people that was talking about how the first AEW World Championship reign like shouldn't have been on Jericho, it should have been on someone that's like a homegrown. Well, I guess the counter argument to that is Chris Jericho was already a big name, and like people around the world already knew Chris Jericho. And if you had a promotion and you said, "Hey, Chris Jericho is our world champion, come check us out," it would draw some eyes. So. But when it comes
While most
to the
people
ROH
expected Claudio to successfully defend his title and cement his reign further, the Wizard eventually got the upper hand. With a low blow, followed by the Judas effect, Jericho pinned the former Cesaro and became an 8-time world champion.
I am stunned, but Ian, you look heartbroken.
Number 9, Ricky Starks. FTW Championship. For over a year, Brian Cage held the FTW Championship,
cool. I like
a rogue title with a long history since it was created by Taz at ECW in 1998.
German suplex.
He's like,
that's
no,
initially, that's how
don't take me
Ricky
over.
got injured on a German suplex.
By Hangman Adam Page in April, you're right.
Pump handle. Oh, God, no.
Man, Brian Cage is someone I wish that they used a little bit more. Very solid wrestler. I know he can do some of like the high flying spots and he's diving over the rope and stuff, but if he would utilize himself as just a powerhouse, which I know he can, but like limit some of his like high flying abilities to very specific like moments. I think that Brian Cage, he has like the look to be that top star. I just don't like, maybe I know he had a back issue at one point. Maybe that's like I guess making management kind of hesitant because they don't know like the extent of his back injury. I'm not sure.
With problems in the ranks of Team Taz, Ricky Starks, who the audience really began to rally behind, challenged Cage for the title in July 2021 at Fyter Fest Night 1.
Floating in, coming under.
This just was so awkward.
What the hell?
Power bomb. I mean, that's some
Ricky, really?
nice
Ricky was able
strength.
to get to the back door.
It took a Team
Oh my
Taz
God, that
betrayal
looks so
featuring a
weird.
hook distraction, Powerhouse Hobbs striking Cage with the belt,
Oh, there's
and a
Hook.
spear by Starks to declare a new champion, much to the
Discus
delight of the
clothesline.
crowd.
Ooh.
What happened? What the hell? Spear!
This is when
What the
Team
hell?
Taz is in full effect, huh?
Oh my God! I love it! History was made!
Number 8,
I like
Orange
Powerhouse,
Cassidy,
man. I wish that
AEW
dude was
All-Atlantic
still
Championship. AEW made their Canadian debut in a big way when Orange Cassidy challenged the All-Atlantic champion Puck.
No matter what you think about Orange Cassidy, this match actually ruled, man. This match was so good.
To a rematch. While their first encounters saw the Bastard utilize a hammer to steal the victory, this time around Orange had his number,
I don't
thanks
know
to some
why I've yawning
assistance
so
from
much. I don't even feel
Danhausen.
tired. Danhausen, curse you! I like how Puck just like levels them though. Like
With the weapon taken out of the equation,
But
Cassidy was
he was
finally able
cursed.
to win gold in All Elite Wrestling
He lost
with
the
2
title.
thunderous orange punches to the Geordie's jaw.
Orange punches.
What a night! Orange punch again! He's
Puck is a tremendous sell, man. That dude just knows how to make
Orange
the move,
streamers
like, look
burst into the ring
brutal.
as the crowd cried tears of joy.
Is that a poster of Jim Cornette going, oh, man.
Number 7, Jade Cargill,
Like, that's
AEW
probably
TBS
his
Championship.
reaction.
It's a pretty big deal to make your AEW debut against then-star Cody Rhodes by siding with Shaquille O'Neal. But that's what Jade
What a way
did.
to debut.
From
for
there,
her.
she began running through the women's division and developing an impressive winning streak. With the tournament to find the
I don't know
first
why I'm
ever
yawning so much.
AEW TBS champion, Cargill took on Ruby Soho in the final in January 2022.
Ruby Soho.
There
Ruby.
you go. Hang in there, girl.
It's on the brakes. Saito suplex.
Considering her history, some
I love
people were
Ruby.
expecting Soho to win.
Ruby. Ruby took her off the ball for a moment, but
job,
instead,
Ruby.
she rolls Jade
Ooh,
up.
so close.
But instead, AEW created
I'm not
a
gonna
new
lie, I
star
kinda thought
with the
that
leader
was,
of the baddies.
gonna be it.
Jay delivered an avalanche jaded to Soho, getting the pin and becoming the
What a
first
good
TBS champion. And it clearly meant a lot to her.
And they'll never take it away from her that on her 23rd win, she became the first ever TBS champion.
So what do you guys think about Jade having the reign that she has, like, right now? I feel the beginning of it was fine. Like, I had no problem with it. Now I'm to the point where I'm like, okay, like, you know, the matches don't really go too long, and the matches that do go, like, a little bit extra, you can tell you're still learning as you go. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but for someone who is a TBS champion, she's kind of been holding down Rampage. I would expect a little bit more from the championship.
Number 6, Wardlow, AEW TNT Championship. One of the best storylines at AEW has to be Wardlow going from MJF's mistreated bodyguard to turning on his
That was
former
a great
employer
storyline.
and becoming a fan favorite. From there, he
Ran all
developed
the way
the
through to
Powerbomb
the
Symphony
CM
to the
Punk MJF
audience's
match.
rampant
Oh, how?
delight. With that in mind, it seemed fitting he would be a champion at the promotion,
They
and that
built
chance
him up
came
to
in
be
July
so-
2022.
Oh, big man takes to the sky.
They built him up to be such like a powerhouse, and then out of nowhere just kind of stopped using him for a while.
Oh,
After seesawing the title between Scorpio Sky and Sammy Guevara, the former SoCal
Guevara.
Uncensored member defended his TNT championship against Wardlow in a street fight. Whipping out surprising moves like a
a
senton
nice-
bomb,
he has a nice
Wardlow not
swanton.
just beat Sky, but also the American top team
Firebomb
roster
symphony.
as they attempted to get involved.
Wardlow, the foot on the chest. Whoa! Whoa!
Made him
This
look like a
battle
monster,
really
man.
showed the dominance of Mr. Mayhem.
From what he had
Didn't
to
do anything
endure
with
to even be part of AEW.
Number 5, Sammy Guevara, AEW TNT Championship. Love him or hate him, Sammy Guevara's talents within the
That
squared
was
circle have
Cody's
never
last
been
match,
in doubt.
right? For the TNT title?
No fear from Sammy Guevara.
Oh, this looked like it hurt. The way he bit backwards
Beyond
on
joining
that.
the Inner Circle and then the Jericho Appreciation Society, Guevara's other big claim to fame is the TNT belt. To date, he is a 3-time
this is the
champion,
Cody Cutter.
but the most
a
impressive
good
was at
match.
January 2022's Beach Break.
What a
After
landing.
becoming the interim TNT champ, Guevara faced off with Cody Rhodes, who was the lineal champ, in a ladder match. The highlight was the Spanish God delivering a picture-perfect cutter
really
to
good
Rhodes
cutter.
off a ladder.
Sammy's going to have to. Sammy!
Oh, what a cutter!
The fact that he leaped onto the top of it and then immediately springed off and hit the cutter, that timing was awesome.
This led to Guevara officially winning the belt. This battle was also Rhodes' last match in the promotion
Yeah, it
as he
was. That was
returned
his
to
last
WWE. Not a bad way to go.
He's got one!
Sammy has done it!
Number 4, Jon Moxley, AEW World Championship.
sorry for Jan.
With the
I have no clue
AEW
why
champion
Jan is so
CM
much.
Punk out due to injury,
I'm not
the
even
former
tired.
Dean Ambrose became the interim champ after defeating the legendary Hiroshi Tanahashi. But when Punk returned, his first match back would feature the two battling it out for who would be the unified
Oh,
champ.
this is when Punk got
Mention it's been
squashed.
84 days since CM Punk stepped foot in a ring.
Yeah, I
Taking
didn't
place
see this
in
coming at
Moxley's
all.
home state of Ohio in August 2022, Punk's injured foot quickly came into play.
Kind of got the eye a little bit. Oh, what a high round kick to the head.
Yeah, I did not
That's
see
a leg
this
that
result
Punk has
coming at
had
all.
so many problems with.
Especially not
Mox took
squash
advantage
like
of his
this.
foe and laid out the Second City Saints with multiple paradigm shifts, sealing the win in around 3 minutes and becoming a 2-time champ.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think CM Punk's coming back? I think that it's inevitable that he's back. Yeah, I would be excited to see Punk back, no matter like what happened. Like, you gotta be adults here. I mean, it's a business. I mean, Punk's gonna get a lot of money, and AEW is gonna make a lot of money off Punk.
The high angle. Flip. Whoa.
It's over! It's over!
Number 3, Brody Lee, AEW TNT Championship. For a long time, AEW's Dark Order had a mystery
Man.
leader. Then in 2020,
Long live
Lee
Brody,
as the
man.
Exalted One debuted in the role. The former Luke Harper made the group one of the most important parts of
He
the
definitely
roster.
didn't get
To
the,
highlight Lee's rapid rise, he faced off against Cody Rhodes for the
type
TNT
of
Championship
position that,
in
like, I
August
felt like
2020
probably
for
should
Saturday
have.
Night's Dynamite.
Landed really hard on the outside. Here comes Brody. Got to kick his head off.
He
In a
could
short
talk.
3-minute match, Lee
He was a good
dominated
wrestler.
Rhodes.
Yeah, to be honest,
He
I
finished
didn't
it
expect
with a
this squash
discus
match either.
clothesline, shockingly beating the inaugural champ.
He's still
What a lariat, bro. And what a sell by
Are you kidding me?
As Rhodes was being stretched out, the Dark Order cemented their leader's victory by attacking him and his entourage.
Yeah, this
With
is-
Lee's sad
this is
passing
cool.
in
The
December
actual, like,
2020,
beatdown
this
of
battle
everyone.
is
That's
fondly
pretty
looked
cool.
back upon by his many fans.
The
Look
landscape
how
has
different the Dark Order's changed. Like, look how much they've grown as a group. Like, you got Reynolds over there in the mask. I think you got Silver in the mask as well. The Dark Order have grown to become like one of my favorite factions in AEW. It's kind of bummed that they're not really used that much either.
changed.
Number 2, the acclaimed AEW World Tag Team Championship. If they weren't hilariously slating their opponents
Fact
during their
about this
rapping
real quick.
entrance, then the acclaimed was developing a cult following as a tag team.
Granted, this was an awesome win. I loved watching the Acclaim win. They were over. I was rooting for them. Don't get me wrong. I love Keith Lee and Swerve Scott too, but I felt like their reign was just it was time for them to drop it. The Acclaim was over as anyone could be, right? With that said, as much as I loved seeing them win here on Dynamite, I think they should have won the title on that pay-per-view. They were red hot. They should have won the championships on the pay-per-view.
Rick Knox is talking to Bones on the floor.
Following their first loss at All Out, the team once again took on the reigning tag team champions, Swerve in Our Glory, in September 2022's Grand Slam. With teasers for weeks that the champs were about to implode, fans were quietly optimistic that Max Caster and Anthony Bowens would beat Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. After interference from Gunn with the Famouser, the duo did just that.
1, 2, 3. What a... Look at that.
And in the process, Bowens
man.
became
that
the
pop.
first openly gay champion in AEW.
That was wild. What a
Go,
moment.
Acclaim. Daddy ass.
Acclaim.
Before we unveil our top pick, here's some honorable mentions. Riho, AEW Women's World Championship.
Double knees to the face. He hooks the leg.
That was such a weird, like...
It's over. Rio's a champion. Rio has beaten.
You know what? I like Rio.
Miro,
That was
AEW
the
TNT
size
Championship.
difference. Woo.
And it's over. We've got a new champion.
Hook, FTW
Hope we get more
Championship.
Miro in
Now the winner of this match, and new FTW champion,
That was a good moment. Him winning the title.
Daniel Garcia,
created.
ROH Pure Championship.
Garcia trying to scoot his hips lower to add more. That's it. That scoot did it.
Jurassic Express.
I understand that he was trying to like get pressure like onto the joint, like the knee and all that stuff, but that's such like that motion in the ocean like look. It's such a weird look.
AEW World Tag Team Championship.
Jungle Boy is a champion for the first time in AEW. So is Luchasaurus. How about that? Give him the belts.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the
that
bell to get
relationship didn't
notified
last.
about number 1, Kenny Omega,
Yep.
AEW World Championship. After dominating the New Japan scene for years and becoming one
I
of the
can
best
see this
wrestlers around,
being the number
Omega
one
joined
spot.
up with his elite teammates to become
Omega
an
finally
executive
gets
vice
his
president at
AEW World
AEW.
Championship.
But what was most surprising was his lack of an AEW World Championship run. Yet that all changed for the Dynamite event Winter is Coming in December 2020. Taking on long-term rival Jon Moxley, Omega struggled in the bout as the champion
The
ran
belt
riot.
collector.
With a distraction by Don Callis, the cleaner struck Mox with a microphone.
Oh my God.
Here's the thing, right? I think Kenny should have been pushed from the jump. Now, I know how that would have looked to most people because him and his friends pretty much were in top positions in the company, like backstage in the company. Kenny at this point already had like a big name to him. Coming over from Japan, having some of the best matches according to some people. I personally believe that those matches were 5 stars and beyond. So I agree with those ratings. I loved Kenny's matches over in Japan. But the fact that he came over and just kind of took a back seat to everyone was kind of weird. I mean, I don't think he should have like won every match like from the beginning, but he definitely should have been booked as one of their top guys. Because let's face it, people were tuning into AEW to see people like, you know, Hangman and Kenny Omega. And they didn't really push him as a main event caliber until like this point. And don't get me wrong, he went on to have awesome matches with people like Pac and Ray Phoenix and even like Orange Cassidy. He wanted to have some like amazing matches with them, but I just wish he was kind of around the world title picture earlier than he did.
Between the eyes.
Omega then fired off multiple V-triggers to the dazed champ before pinning him with a one-winged angel and then running from the
love that
building.
move.
Shoulders are down.
New champion.
This infamous moment started the
I'm not gonna
longest
lie, I
reigning
wasn't really a fan
AEW World
of this
Championship run to
version
date.
of Kenny.
Is that
So there we go. I guess the Dynamite dominance, the top 10 AEW world title wins. Yeah, those were definitely significant. The Miro one, I think was actually pretty cool. I wish AEW would utilize Miro more. I love Miro. I want to see him on my TV screen more. What is your favorite AEW Dynamite title change? Let me know in the comments below. The comment with the most likes, I am going to pin to the top of the channel, and we might even do something special for that person who has the top comment. So guys, I hope you appreciate and like that reaction. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. I want this to be just a fun, great wrestling community where we can all get together, chat about wrestling, what we like, what we don't like, and everything in between. I plan on holding live streams, watch-alongs, and giving my thoughts on some wrestling news throughout this channel. So please, if you want more videos, feel free to subscribe. It's completely free, so why not? I will be making wrestling content weekly, so you will get weekly videos from me. Also, if you want to be the first one here watching the videos, go ahead and hit that little notification bell. You will get every single video the second that I drop it. With that, I appreciate every single one of you guys. Let's grow this X Wrestling family. And with that, I will catch you guys in the next reaction. Later.